Welcome to my 1970s piano tutorial collection. In this video, you'll find 6 timeless classics, and you can jump to your favorite song using the chapters available. If you're enjoying the video, be sure to hype it before time runs out. Your support helps the channel reach more piano lovers. Let's get started. Welcome to my channel. Today we'll be learning the piano accompaniment of Easy by the Commodores in the original key. Feel free to use the chapters to skip 2 sections in the video. Here's our middle C for reference. The song is first played in the key of A flat major, which has 4 flats: B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. We'll begin by learning the main chord progression that contains 4 chords, which covers about 70% of the song. I'll go through the chords first and then show you how to play the rhythm. Starting with our left hand, we'll play A flat for our A flat major chord. Next, we'll play C for C minor 7, B flat for B flat minor 7, E flat for D over E chord. Again, A flat, C, B flat, and E flat. On our right hand, for A major, we'll play A flat, C, and E flat together. For C minor 7, we'll keep our top E flat note and move our lower notes to play G and B flat. So we have G, B flat, and E flat played together. For B flat minor 7, using the same finger shape, we'll shift our fingers down to play F, A flat, and D flat together. And for D flat over E flat, we'll play the same notes with our right hand. Again, that's A flat major, C minor 7, B flat minor 7, and D flat over E flat. With hands together, we have A flat major, C minor 7, B flat minor 7, and D flat over E flat. Now for the rhythm, we'll first play the A flat major chord with both hands. Then with our right hand, we'll break the chords apart by playing A flat, then C and E flat together, and then A flat again. We'll do the same for C minor 7. Same with B flat minor 7. And D flat over E flat. So with both hands together a little faster, we have A flat major, C minor 7, B flat minor 7, and D flat over E flat. So generally, this chord progression and rhythm is played through most of the song with different intricacies, which I'll go over. For the intro, we'll play this chord progression once normally. On the second time playing the chord progression, we'll play B flat minor 7 for 2 bars like so. And then go back to our A flat major chord where we start our verse section. For the verse section, we'll play this chord progression once normally. And on the second time around, we'll play D flat over E flat 5 times like so. Let's try that again. Then we play the chord progression normally a 3rd time. For the 4th time playing the chord progression, we'll extend the last 2 chords twice as long like so. Let's play the entire verse section all together. We'll play the chord progression normally the 1st time. The 2nd time around, we'll play 5 times. Third time around, we'll play it normally. And fourth time, we'll extend the last 2 chords twice as long. This is played the same for the first 2 verses. For the chorus, we'll first play the chord progression 3 times normally. Instead of playing single notes with our left hand, I recommend playing with octaves to add more fullness to the chord progression. After playing the chord progression for the 3rd time, we have this. Let's go over those last few chords. Our first chord is G flat major, where we have G flat on the left and G flat, B flat, and D flat played together on the right. The next chord is D flat over F, with F on the left and F, A flat, and D flat played together on the right. Again, that's G flat major and D flat over F. Next is D flat over E flat with E flat on the left, and we'll play what we played previously on the right with F, A flat, and D flat together. And we end with A flat major with A flat on the left, and E flat, A flat, and C together on the right. Or you can play A flat, C, and E flat. You can play this, or this. Either one works. We arrive at the bridge section, which sounds like this. I'll show you the chords first, and then I'll break down the rhythm. Our first chord is G flat major 7 with G flat on the left and B flat, D flat, and F played together on the right. Next is F minor 7 with F on the left and A flat, C, and E flat played together on the right. Then we have E flat minor 7 with E flat on the left and G flat, B flat, and D flat played together on the right. Let's try that again. G flat major 7, F minor 7, and E flat minor 7. Then we have G flat over A flat with A flat on the left and G flat, B flat, and D flat played together on the right. That's G flat major 7, F minor 7, E flat minor 7, and G flat over A flat. We play these chords with this rhythm. Let's play that faster. And we play this chord progression 3 times. Here's the last part of the bridge. Here we have B major with B on the left and G flat, B, and E flat played together on the right. Next we have G flat major with G flat on the left and G flat, B flat, and D flat played together on the right. That's B major and G flat major. Then we have E flat minor 7 with E flat on the left and D flat, G flat, and B flat played together on on the right. Then we have D flat major with D flat on the left and D flat, F, and A flat played together on the right. E flat minor 7 and D flat major. So the last part is B major, G flat major, E flat minor 7 and D flat major. Here's the rhythm used for these chords. For B major, we'll play our solid B chord first. Then we play G flat, B, and E flat on our right. Next, we'll play our solid G flat major chord. Then we play our solid E flat minor chord, followed by D flat, G flat, and A flat on our right. Then a solid D flat major chord. Let's play that again. Third repetition of the first chord progression, followed by the second part of the bridge. That brings us to the solo section, which is pretty much what we played for the first sections. Then we arrive at the third chorus where we have a key change. Normally we end the chorus with this. However, here we'll play A flat major, C minor 7, and we'll play B flat minor 7 5 times. Then we'll key change and move all our notes up one semitone to play B minor 7 5 times. On the left, we have B and G flat, A, and D played together on the right. So again, it sounds like this. And we end up in the key of A major. A major has 3 sharps: F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. From here, we play our main chord progression, which is A major, C sharp minor 7, B minor 7, and D over E, which is just one semitone higher than what we had played previously. Starting with our left hand, we have A for A major, C sharp for C sharp minor 7, B for B minor 7, and E for D over E. On our right, we have A, C sharp, and E played together for A major, A flat, B, and E played together for C sharp minor 7, G flat, A, and D played together for B minor 7, and we'll play the same for D over E. Putting both hands together, we have A major, C sharp minor 7, B minor 7, and D over E. With rhythm, we have this. The studio version, the song fades out while we're playing this chord progression. However, if you are playing this live, you can end the song with G major, D over F sharp, D over E, and A major. For G major, we have G on the left and G, B, and D played together on the right. For D over F sharp, we have F sharp on the left and F sharp, A, and D played together on the right. For D over E, we have E on the left and F sharp, A, and D on the right. So that's G major, D over F sharp, D over E. For A major, we have A on the left, and E, A, C sharp, and E played together on the right. Let's try that again. One of the most iconic songs of all time, Hotel California by the Eagles, might sound complex, but it's actually built on just 7 simple chords. Today, I'll teach you step by step how to play the piano accompaniment with its unforgettable chord progressions. And if you stick around, I'll show you how to play the famous guitar riff on piano, a must-know for a fan of this classic hit. Let's get started. Here's middle C for our reference. We'll be learning the song in its original key, B minor, which has F sharp and C sharp. We'll start with the verse section. Our first chord is B minor with B on the left and B, D, and F sharp played together on the right. Our second chord is F sharp 7 with F sharp on the left and A sharp, C sharp, and E played together on the right. Next chord is A major with A on the left and A, C sharp, and E played together on the right. Then we have E major with E on the left and G sharp, B, and E together on the right. Let's repeat those chords again with a simple rhythm. We'll play the chord, and on the right hand, we'll repeat the chords every quarter note like so. A major and E major. The next chord is G major with G on the left and G, B, and D together on the right. Then we have D major with D on the left and F sharp, A, and D together on the right. Our next chord is E minor with E on the left and G, B, and E together on the right. Our final chord is F sharp 7, which we already know. So the entire chord progression is B minor, F sharp 7, A major, E major, G major, D major, E minor, and F sharp 7. When switching from E major to G major, you can add a passing note like so. E major, passing note F sharp, and G major. Let's repeat the chord progression with this passing note. B minor, F sharp 7, A major, E major, passing note F sharp, G major, D major, E minor, and F sharp 7. This brings us to the chord section, and we already know all the chords needed. Our chords are G major, D major, F sharp 7, B minor, G major, D major, E minor, and F sharp 7. Now, from B minor to G major, we have this walk up on the left hand, which sounds like this. On the left hand, we have B, C sharp, D, F sharp, and then G for our G major chord. The right hand will continue to play our B minor chord every quarter note, so the entire chord progression would sound like this. G major, D major, F sharp 7, B minor, our walk up, G major, D major, E minor, and F sharp 7. Now we'll go over the section of the guitar riff played by Joe Walsh. Everything we'll play here is based on the chord progression in the verse section. Our first chord is B minor. On the left hand, we'll play B, F sharp, and B, and we'll play this twice. For the right hand, we'll play our chords separately, one octave higher, with F sharp, D, and B. And we'll repeat this 5 times. When playing hands together, we'll play the left hand whenever we hit our highest note, F sharp. Then we play our left hand whenever we hit our lowest note, B. With hands together, we have this. And a little faster. Next is F sharp 7 chord. On the right hand, we'll play the chords separately, starting from the top to the bottom, like so. And we'll play this twice. And on the third time, our last note, A sharp, will be 1 octave higher. On our left hand, we'll play F sharp, C sharp, and F sharp. And this is played twice. With hands together, we have this. So we have B minor, and F sharp 7. We'll use the same concept and repeat it here for our next chord, A major. On the right hand, we play the chords separately 5 times, starting from the top to the bottom. The left hand plays A, E, and A twice. And with hands together, we have this. For E major, the right hand will play slightly different, with G sharp, B, D. Hands together, we have this. So again, we have B minor, F sharp 7, A major, and E major. Using the same pattern, we have G major, D major, and E minor. For F sharp 7 on the right hand, we have C sharp, A sharp, and F sharp, played 4 times instead. Then we have D, C sharp, D, and E, and then we are back to the start of the chord progression with B minor. Let's try playing from F sharp 7 to B minor again in normal speed. When practicing, it's important to start very slow. Once you're able to play without mistakes, gradually increase your speed. For the outro, we play our B minor chord like so. We have B on our left, and B, D, and F sharp together on the right, and we'll play this 4 times like so. Have you ever wondered how people can improvise on songs so effortlessly? In this tutorial, I'll show you a simple and easy way to improvise using the chords of Hotel California. And in the end, I'll give you 3 tips you can use to help get you improvising with confidence. To get started, here's our middle C for reference. The method I'm about to teach you is one of the easiest ways to improvise, and you can try it right away as long as you know the chords of the song. Let's quickly review the chords of the verse for Hotel California. The chord progression is B minor, F sharp 7, A major, E major, G major, D major, E minor, and F sharp 7. For the first chord, B minor, the notes in the chord are B, D, and F sharp, and you can play these notes in any octaves. Now here's a little extra you can add, the note C sharp. This note is the second step or supertonic of the B major scale, and it blends beautifully with the chord. These are the chords you can play in any order, and they will always sound good together. So when you improvise, you can play B, C sharp, D, and F sharp in any combination, and it will still sound great. In addition to C sharp, you can also throw in A. Let me show you how that works as I play these notes with a rhythm inspired by the song. Let's try that again. Our next chord is F sharp 7, which includes the notes F sharp, A sharp, C sharp, and B. To make your improvisation more interesting, you can play these notes in different octaves. Let's use the same rhythmic pattern to improvise on F sharp 7 chord. Let's try that again. Notice how each time I play, it sounds a little different? That's because I don't need to memorize the notes I'm playing, as long as the notes I play agree with the chord. The next chord is A major, which includes the notes A, C sharp, and E. Just like before, you can add the supertonic note B to your improvisation for extra variety. I'm also experimenting with different notes and combinations to see what sounds better. But no matter what I play, every note comes from the A major chord, so it all works together beautifully. So that's B minor, F sharp 7, and A major. Next is E major chord. Here you can use the notes E, F sharp, G sharp, and B in your improvisation. You'll notice on my left hand, I like to play the first and fifth note of the chord. So for E major, we have E, B, and E. This is just my personal preference for my left hand, but feel free to experiment with any of the notes mentioned. For G major chord, the notes you can play are G, A, B, and D. Improvising on these notes would sound something like this. For D major chord, your notes are D, E, F sharp, and A. You don't have to play just single notes either. Try playing 2 or more notes at the same time to create variation and richness to your sound. Mixing single notes and combinations of notes across different octaves will add a lot of character to your improvisation. For E minor chord, you can use E, G, B, and D. You know you can't go wrong with these notes, so be bold and experiment. And then we return to F sharp 7, which we covered previously. Feel free to mix and match these notes within each chord and experiment with different rhythms and combinations to keep your improvisation interesting. So now I'll demonstrate improvising through the entire verse's chord progression slowly. B minor, F sharp 7, A major, E major, passing note F sharp, G major, D major, E minor, and F sharp 7. Notice how I'm mimicking the rhythm used in the style of the recording. Here are 3 tips to help you practice and improve. First, limit your choices of notes, like only playing 2 or 3 notes of the chord at first. This will help you focus on creativity within a simple framework. Gradually expand your options as you gain confidence. 2. Experiment with rhythm by focusing on creating a rhythmic feel that fits the mood of the song. And finally, try to shift between octaves to add variation and interest. In today's piano tutorial, we'll learn the piano accompaniment for Wonderful Tonight by Eric Clapton in its original key. What's great about this song is it's a 4-chord song, which makes it easy for beginners to learn. Let's get started. Here's middle C for our reference. And the song is in the key of G major, which only has 1 sharp, F sharp. We'll start with the intro of the song, which sounds like this. Starting with our left hand, our first chord is G major, where we'll play G, D, and G. Next is D over F sharp, where we have F sharp, D, and F sharp. Then we have C major with C, G, and C. And then we have D major, where we'll play the melody D, E, F sharp, A, and G. So again, that's G major, D over F sharp, C major, and the melody D, E, F sharp, A, and G. For the right hand, we have D, B, A, G, and we play D, F sharp, and A together. Then we have D, B, A, G, and E. Instead of playing D, F sharp, and A together, you can also choose to only play A. And then we have D, B, A, G, and E. Next we have D, B, A, and G. Then we'll play F sharp and A together, G and B together, A and C together, C and E together, and B and D together. Let's play the entire right hand again. Now with hands together slowly, we have this. And we play this twice for the intro. In the first part, when playing D, F sharp, and A together, I like to roll my fingers, so I'm not playing all the notes at the same time, so it will sound like this. We'll call this the instrumental section, and we play this twice for the intro. After the intro, we go into the first verse. Starting with our left hand, for G major, we'll play G, D, and G. For D over F sharp, we'll play F sharp, D, and F sharp. For C major, we'll play C, G, and C. And for D major, we'll play D, A, and D. Now on the right hand, for G major, we'll play D, G, and B together. With hands together, our rhythm will sound like this. For D over F sharp, we'll play D, F sharp, and A on our right hand. With hands together, we have this. For C major, we'll play C, E, and G together on our right hand. With hands together, we have this. And for D major, we'll play D, F sharp, and A together on our right. With hands together, we have this. So again, that's G major, D over F sharp, C major, and D major. Then we'll repeat these same chord progressions again with G major, D over F sharp, C major, and D major. Then we have C major, which we learned earlier. Then D major. Next we have G major in D over F sharp. Next we have E minor, where we'll play E, B, and E on our left, and E, G, and B together on the right. So again, that's G major, D over F sharp, and E minor. Then we have C major and D major. Then we'll play our instrumental section once here. Let's review that last section again. We have C major, D major, G major, D over F sharp, E minor, C major, and D major. Then we have our instrumental section played once. For the second verse, I like to add some passing notes for variation. So when we play G major, D over F sharp, C major, and D major for the second time, I like to play A and B before playing my C major chord, and then D major chord. And the rest of the chord progression is the same. Let's review the second verse again. G major, D over F sharp, C major, D major, G major, D over F sharp, C major, D major. Then our passing notes A and B, and then C major, D major, G major, D over F sharp, E minor, C major, D major, and G major. That brings us to the bridge section, And we already know how to play all the chords. The chords are C major, D major, G major, D over F sharp, E minor, C major, D major, C major, and D major. And now we play our instrumental section here, twice. For the third verse, we'll play exactly what we played for the second verse. And after the third verse, we arrive at the outro, where we'll play G major, D over F sharp, E minor, and what I like to add here is G over D. So again, that's G major, D over F sharp, E minor, and then for G over D, we have D, B, and D on our left hand, and D, G, and B played together on our right. Let's try that again. C major, D major, G major, D over F sharp, E minor, G over D, then we have C major, D major, and then we have our instrumental section here played twice. And we can end with G major chord. For G major, we play G, D, and G on our left hand, G, B, D, and G on the right hand. And we'll roll our fingers on the right hand like so. Have you ever wondered what the fastest way is to learn to accompany yourself on Elton John's Your Song? In this tutorial, we'll cover a simple, beginner-friendly way to play the chords of this classic song. For reference, here's our middle C. We'll be learning the song in its original key of E flat major, which has B flat, E flat, and A flat. We'll focus on an easy approach to the song without Elton John's complex arpeggios. For those of you who want to take it one step further, I'll be uploading a follow-up tutorial on how to play the accompaniment closer to Elton John's style. We'll start with the intro, playing it as close to the original as possible, since it's so iconic and instantly recognizable. The intro is based on the chords E flat major, A flat over E flat, B flat over E flat, and A flat over E flat. Starting with our left hand, we'll play B flat for all the chords. E flat, A flat over E flat, B flat over E flat, and A flat over E flat. On the right hand, for E flat major, we have G, B flat, E flat, and G played together, followed by G, B flat, G, and E flat. With both hands, we have this. For A flat over E flat, we'll play C, E flat, and A flat together, followed by E flat, C, A flat, and E flat with hands together. For B flat over E flat, we'll play the melody C, D, B flat, F, D, and B flat together with both hands. And for A flat over E flat, we have C, E flat, and A flat played together, followed by E flat, C, C, A flat, and C. Playing the whole intro, we have this. this section we learned for the intro is also played in the instrumental and outro sections of the song. Let's begin our first verse. Our first chord is E flat major, with E flat on the left, and B flat, E flat, and G played together on the right. Next chord is A flat major 7, with A flat on the left, and C, E flat, and G played together on the right. Next is B flat over D, with D on the left, and B flat, D, and F played together on the right. Next we have G minor, with G on the left, and B flat, D, and G played together on the right. So that's E flat major, A flat major 7, B flat over D, and G minor. The next 4 chords of the verse we'll learn will also be played in the chorus. So for C minor, we have C on the left, and C, E flat, and G played together on the right. For the next 2 chords, we'll keep playing the same C minor chord with our right hand. So for C minor over B flat, we have B flat on the left and C minor chord on the right. For C minor over A, we have A on the left and C minor chord on the right. For A flat major, we have A flat on the left, and C, E flat, and A flat played together on the right. So that's C minor over B flat, C minor over A, and A flat major. The next chord is E flat over B flat, with B flat on the left, and B flat, E flat, and G played together on the right. Next we have B flat major, with B flat on the left, and B flat, D, and F on the right. Next is G major, with G on the left, and B, D, and G played together on the right. And then we have C minor, which we learned earlier. So the last 8 chords are C minor over B flat, C minor over A flat major, E flat over B flat major, G major, and C minor. Next we have E flat major, and F minor, with F on the left, and A flat, C, and F played together on the right. Then we have A flat major, which is played slightly different from the previous A flat major. We have A flat on the left, and A flat, C, and E flat played together on the right. Next we have B flat major, and B flat sus4, with B flat on the left, and B flat and E flat played together on the right. And then we go back to B flat major. Again, that's B flat sus4 and B flat major. Let's combine all the parts and play the entire first verse. We have E flat major, A flat major 7, B flat over D, G minor, C minor, C minor over B flat, C minor over A flat major, E flat over B flat major, G major, C minor, E flat major, F minor, E flat major, B flat major, B flat sus4, and B flat major. Now for rhythm, since we're learning the easy accompaniment version, for each chord, we'll play the right hand twice like so. We'll call this first part of the chord progression pattern 1 or P1. And the second part of the chord progression pattern 2 or P2. Pattern 1 followed by pattern 2 is played for the first verse and third verse in our song structure. After verse 1, we have verse 2 where we'll play pattern 1 followed by pattern 3 or P3, which is basically pattern 2 with the last 3 chords different. The last 3 chords are E flat major, E flat sus4 with B flat, E flat, and A flat played together on the right. And then we go back to E flat major, E flat major, E flat sus4, E flat major. Pattern 1 followed by pattern 3 is played for verse 2 and verse 4. This brings us to the chorus section where our first chord is B flat over D, with D on the left and B flat, D, and F played together on the right. Then we have C minor, F minor, A flat major, and we'll repeat the 4 chords a second time. C minor, C minor over B flat, C minor over A, and A flat major. Next is E flat over G with G on the left and B flat, E flat, and G played together on the right. Next is F minor over A flat with A flat on the left and A flat, C, and F played together on the right. Then we have B flat major, B sus4, and B flat major. So the entire chorus is B flat over D, C minor over D, F minor, A flat major. Play those 4 chords a second time. C minor, C minor over B flat, C minor over A flat major, and then we hold. Then we have E flat over G, F minor over A flat, B flat major, B flat sus4, and B flat major. We'll call this entire chord progression pattern 4 or P4, and it is played in the first chorus and played in the beginning of the second chorus. At the end of the second chorus, we'll add our tag, which will be C minor, C minor over B flat, C minor over A, and A flat major. Then we have E flat over G, F minor over A flat, and we have A flat major, and then our outro. After that, we'll end with E flat major chord. If you listened to Elton John's live performances of Your Song, you probably noticed something fascinating. He never plays the piano the same way twice, yet every time it sounds incredible. Ever wonder how he does this? It all comes to one simple principle, which I'll teach you. Let's begin. Here's middle C for reference. And the song is in the key of E flat major. The quickest and most effective way to learn this is to start with the chord progressions and then practice playing them in Elton John's style. The chords of the intro are E flat major, A flat over E flat, B flat over E flat, and A flat over E flat. When Elton John plays Your Song live, he varies how he plays the chords each time. His secret: every note he plays comes from the chords in the progression. For example, for E major chord, you can play this. Every note here belongs to E flat major chord, or I can play this. Again, all the notes are part of E flat major. For our next chord, A flat over E flat, you can play this. For B flat over E flat, we can play this. And here's A flat over E flat. Playing all the chords of the intro, we have this. For timing, we'll follow the rhythm Elton John used in his original recording. The song is in 4/4 time, meaning each measure has 4 beats. We'll count it as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. What we'll do is play on the marked beats. That is the 1, 2, and 4, and the last and. Let's play the intro again with this rhythm. Notice how it sounded slightly different from the previous time? That's because, like Elton John, I'm not memorizing specific notes. Instead, I'm choosing notes from the chord and playing them in a way that feels natural and expressive. Over the years, his live performances have featured variations in rhythm, but the underlying principle remains the same. As long as the notes you play are part of the chords, it will always sound great. Let's apply this concept to the verses chord progression. Here are the first few chords of our verse section. E flat major, A flat major 7, B flat over D, and G minor. One way to master this technique is to practice arpeggiating the notes of each chord upwards. For example, here's E flat major, A flat major 7, B flat over D, and G minor. Now let's try arpeggiating downwards. Here's E flat major, A flat major 7, B flat over D, and G minor. So if we apply this to the first verse, we get this. E major, A flat major 7, B flat over D, G minor, C minor, C minor over B flat, C minor over A, E flat over B flat, B flat major, G major, C minor, E flat major, F minor, A flat major, B flat major, B flat sus4, and B flat. Similarly, we'll apply this method to the chorus section. I hope you found this tutorial useful. If you want to play along video where you can practice with me, leave a comment down below so I know. Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's lesson, I'll teach you how to play the piano accompaniment of Imagine by John Lennon. For reference, here's middle C. The song is in the key of C, which has no flats or sharps, but as we will learn, there are a few black notes we will need to play. The piano accompaniment of the intro and verses both start off the same and they sound like this. The first section is the same as the intro, so let's see how it's played. We'll start with the left hand. We'll play C octaves, followed by E octaves, and we end with F octaves. For the intro, we'll play this twice. On the right, we'll start with playing E and G together. Then we play C. We play this 3 times. Then we play G and B together. Followed by C. Then we play F and A together. Followed by C, and we play this 3 times. Let's play that again. Then we play F and A together, followed by B flat and B, which gives this song its signature sound. Let's play that again. Let's play that with both hands together. The chords the notes are based on are C major, E minor, and F major. Let's call this section pattern number 1. This pattern is played twice for the intro. For the verses section, it is played 3 times in the beginning. Then we play the same pattern, except we played the F major section 4 times instead. We'll call this section pattern number 2, and it is played at the end of each verse. This brings us to the pre-chorus, which sounds like this. Let's break this down. On the left hand, we start from F and move our way down. F octaves, E octaves, D octaves, and C octaves. On the right hand, we'll play F, A, and C together, followed by C. We'll play this twice again. Then we'll play this again, except instead of a C, we'll play D. And then we'll play the same thing with C instead. Let's play that again. With both hands together, we have this. The last part of the pre-chorus is based on the G major chord, which sounds like this. On the left hand, we play G octaves 3 times. On the right hand, we play G and B together, followed by D, and we play this 3 times. Then we play G and C together, followed by D, and end with the G and D played together. With both hands together, it sounds like this. Let's call this section pattern number 3, and it is played for the 3 pre-chorus sections of the song. We arrive at the chorus section, which sounds like this. On the left, we have F octaves, G octaves, C octaves, and E octaves. We play this 3 times. And end with an F octave, G octave, and C octave. On the right hand, we have F, A, and C played together, followed by C, and we play this twice. Then we play G and B together, followed by D, and we play this twice. Then we play E, G, and C together, followed by C, and we play this twice. Then we play A flat and B together, followed by E, and we play A flat, B, and C together, followed by E. Let's try that section again. We play this 3 times. This section is based on the F major chord, G major chord, C major chord, and E major chord. Finally, we play our F major chord, G major chord, and end on a C major chord by playing E, G, and C together once. Let's play the chorus with both hands together. This section is called pattern number 4, and it is played for the 2 chorus sections of the song. That concludes our tutorial. Consider subscribing for future tutorials. Welcome to my channel. Today we'll be learning the piano accompaniment of Let It Be by the Beatles in its original key. Here's our middle C for reference. The song is in the key of C major with no sharps or flats. We'll begin with the intro and verse sections, which sound like this. Starting with our right hand, our first chord is C major, with G, C, and E played together. Our second chord is G major, with G, B, and D played together. Next chord is A minor, with A, C, and E played together. Next is F major 7, but we'll play A, C, and E together. Then we have F major 6 with A and D played together. Again, that's C major, G major, A minor, F major 7, and F major 6. On our left, we have C for C major, G for G major, A for A minor, then we have F for F major 7, and we don't play anything on our left for F major 6. With hands together, we have C major, G major, A minor, F major 7, and F major 6. The rhythm we'll use for this sounds like this: C major, G major, A minor, F major 7, and F major 6. That covers the first part of the intro and verse sections. For the second part of the intro, on our right hand, we play G, C, and E played together for C major, G, B, and D played together for G major. Then we play F and A together, E and G together, D and F together, and C and E together. With our left hand, we have C for C major, G for G major, then we have F, E, D, and C. With hands together, the second part is C major, G major, and our melody. Putting the first and second part together, we have this. Now for the more advanced players, you can add passing notes in between or chords. So when we play C major and G major, we can add passing notes in between the chords. So C major, F, and F sharp, then G major. Again, C major, passing notes, G major. Then we have A minor, and we'll add our passing note G, then F major 7 and F major 6. C major, passing notes, G major, and our melody. Again, we'll call this pattern P1, and it is played for the intro and verse sections. Here's a preview of the chorus section. Starting with our right hand, our first chord is A minor, with A, C, and E played together. Next chord is C over G, with G, C, and E played together. Next we have F major 7 with A, C, and E played together. Then we have C major with G, C, and E played together. On our left hand, we play A for A minor, G for C over G, F for F major 7, and C for C major. With hands together, we have A minor, C over G, F major 7, and C major. The second half of the chorus is the same as the second half of the intro and verse sections. So again, the entire chorus is A minor, C over G, F major 7, C major, C major, G major, and our melody. We'll call this pattern P2, and it is played for the chorus sections. This brings us to our solo or instrumental section, which sounds like this. Starting with our right hand, we have our melody, which we learned earlier. Then we play B flat and D together, A and C together, G and B together, F and A together, and E and G together. On our left hand, we play the first part of our melody with F, E, D, and C. Then we have B flat, A, G, F, and C. We'll play that a little faster. With hands together, we have this. that again a little faster, we have this. Now, if this is a little bit too hard to play, here is a simplified version. On the left hand, instead of playing these notes, we can play F, C, G, and C. So with hands together, we have this. Again, a little faster. We'll call this pattern P3 and it is played in the solo instrumental sections. For the end of the song, we can end with a C major chord, with C on the left and E, G, and C played together on the right. Here are my other tutorials you can also learn from. Don't forget to like this video if you find value.